Welcome back to my throne, YouTube friends and family. It's Dark Prince Leo back with another video. So, in today's video, well, it's kind of like a game video, but not like how those other videos gaming. I'm just here to introduce. Well, as we all know it, if you're a big Borderlands player like I am, Borderlands 4 just came out a couple of days ago, and I've been playing this game, and I have to say it is amazing. It is like non-stop action, gore, shooting and looting. You know, we all know we live by that. Shoot and loot. That is the code from Borderlands. It's just, if you played Borderlands 1, 2, the pre-sequel, and Borderlands 3, you're going to enjoy this. More action, more gore, more loot, okay, and more legendary weapons. And not only that, but these games, they always come out with new Vault Hunters. I mean, if you play the first one, there's the Soldier, the Berserker, the Hunter, and the Siren. Second one, we have the Commando, the Gunzerker, a Siren, and the Assassin. And then, of course, if you play the pre-sequel too, you get the Enforcer, the Lawbringer, the Gladiator, and the Claptrap. Yeah. And then, of course, with Borderlands 3, I mean, you got the Gunner, you got the Agent or Operative. It's Operative. And then, of course, another Siren, and we got the Beastmaster. But now, in here, you can play as the Forge Knight, the Gravatar, the Siren, and the Exo Soldier of Tediore. Now, I have to say, with all these characters, so many possibilities. There were so many possibilities, different play styles, way to play all these characters. Alright, and when I started this game, I chose the Gravatar. Ex-Malawan soldier and scientist, and using that gravity-enhanced bubble, keep them in place. And I looked at the skills, my gosh, it is amazing. You build it right, it'll be so broken, and she's gonna be like, well, deadly with cryo weapons and radiation weapons. So many ways you could build your Vault characters, but not only that, but the weapons in there are gonna be so much more different. And we got new brands of weapons too: the Order, Daedalus, Ripper. The Daedalus weapons, it looks like when I played some of their weapons, it looks like they got more of the faster reload speed than any other weapon by the looks of it. And then the Order weapon, it looks like they charge their weapons for better burst fire and power. And then the Ripper weapons, well, apparently they're gonna charge and then they're gonna fire full semi-automatic. Because we all know how the weapon changes, like every single different brand has their own, preference on how they work. Because, like Tediore, all you gotta do is throw and reload. That's pretty much how you reload. You just throw your weapon, another one automatically digistructs. Right? And then you got Jacob's raw power. Recoil is real pain though, so you better watch it with that. Alright, and then you got Malawan weapons. Always elemental. Choose whatever you want. Burn them with fire, shock them with electricity, melt them down with acid, get them sick with radiation, or freeze them to death with cryo. That's awesome. I have to say cryo is probably one of my favorite elementals to use. Alright, and we've seen how other weapons work in the past games, like Hyperion. They've always had like stabilizers, and then the third game it had like these energy shields when you aim down and they still stabilize, which is pretty cool. I like it. Alright, and then of course, what else? From other weapons like bandit weapons from the second game, like they jerry-rigged it to where like their guns are like nearly bottomless, so you don't even have to reload at a certain time. I guess they didn't want to reload while shooting, so keep up the pressure. It's the same thing with scav weapons. Bottomless mags. Big. But then when it came to the COV weapons in Borderlands 3, like bottomless, just keep firing, but of course it'll overheat and then the part will break and then you get instantly replaced. So, I mean, that's just how they work. Alright? And then there's Doll. Let's go down, burst fire. Pretty handy in some of the weapons, especially the legendaries. Now, so far, but in legendaries for Borderlands 4, for the legendaries, I have yet to come across one. Well, actually, just one. found in a vending machine, a shield. Because, yes, it's not only the weapons that are legendary, it's the shields, it's the grenades, the class mods, and heck, even these new med kits that you could just inject yourself with certain attributes. And it's so cool. And the map, it's so big. Like, so big, so many things to do, contracts to do, bonus missions. Oh my gosh, I cannot even compare. But not only that, like, of course, after you get through a certain beginning and you reach their first location, town, and all that, and you get the hover bike, oh my gosh, you can change it in so many different ways. Not just the paint job, but you can actually change the shape of your hover bike. But of course, I found out that, well, you won't be able to change it until you progress through the mission level. You won't be able to swap it out for some time. You don't want to be stuck driving that same one forever. You want style. And I've seen them. So many cool styles. It's so cool. Alright, but not only that, it's like, I have a feeling this is going to take a while to complete. And I've seen other YouTubers who are streaming this right now. They got the time to do this to like non-stop play, but as for me, I don't have that luxury yet, because like I said, I do have a job. But like I said, if you follow me on Instagram as well, I am popping on this whenever I can, because I'm going to be non-stop playing this, powering up my Gravatar, finding those legendary weapons, finding the vaults, and ending the Timekeeper's reign of terror. And there's always to be some kind of tyrant going on in every Borderlands. I mean, there was Commander Steel, a Siren who was the head of the Atlas Corporation. Right, and then you got the favorite of all favorites of evil. You got Handsome Jack from Borderlands 2 of Hyperion. And then, of course, in the pre-sequel, well, then there was a doll called Operative Zarpedon. Tried to stop you, but then the whole story gets turned around and you found out how the war got started in Borderlands 2. So, and then of course you got Borderlands 3, the Children of the Vault, otherwise known as Cobb, which of course was the Calypso twins, Tyrene and Troy. And of course, stopped them all. But now, with this new threat, the Timekeeper, I'm coming for him. And I'm going to need all the weapons, the bullets, the shields, the grenades. I'm going to need all of it to stop him. But anyway, this is a fun game. I would definitely recommend it. But of course, only to mature audiences, of course. Because, you know, a lot of things you should already know what rated M is for. So, well, that's going to be the end of my video. Thank you for tuning in. So make sure to like, subscribe, comment, turn on the notifications, and make sure to stay tuned up on my channel. You never know what I'm gonna do next. So, and make sure to follow me on my Instagram at DarkPrinceLeo. All right, I'll catch you guys later.